So let's start by defining grief. What actually is it?
Grief is very complex, so to define exactly what grief is isn't always possible because we experience grief in so many different ways. There are so many different components to grief. Grief is that overwhelming sadness. It's what we feel. It's the emotions that accompany loss of any kind, not necessarily or specifically the loss or the death of a loved one, but it could be a job, a relationship, anything that's important or significant to us. And then along with that, it's important to understand when we're talking about the definition of grief is that there's no timeline in grief. There's no beginning date, there's no end date. And so that is one area in grief that people often find difficult to associate with that. I'm not going to, my loved one died and in 2 years or 3 years or 5 years, I'll be over it. I'll be able to move forward, as it were. But grief has so many complicated components and it's different for each individual. No two people will grieve alike, but it's what you feel, those emotions, the way you carry yourself, how you interact, how we interact with people, with other people after that loss. Grief encompasses all of that.